Hello everyone. Today in this class we are going to discuss about fixed position layout. We have already discussed about product layout and process layout in our previous class. In this class we will discuss about fixed position layout. This is one type of layout is normally used when the product size is very bulky or is a heavy products. When the product size is very large, in this case, we go for fixed position layout. In this type of layout, the major component remains in a fixed location. Means the product is fixed in this case. Other materials like parts, tools, machinery, manpower and other supporting equipments are brought to the location. This type of layout is called fixed position layout. When the product is fixed, but material, manpower, tools, machinery, everything moves to the product. In other case, like our product layout and process layout, our product or the material what we use for the product moves from the machine to machine. But in this case, the product is fixed. To make the product, the parts, the tools, equipments, machinery move to the product. That is called fixed position layout. Fixed position layout, the major component or body of the product remains in a fixed position. Because it is too heavy or too big, and as such it is economical and convenient to bring the necessary tools and equipments to the workplace. So if you move the product from one place to other, then maybe it is very costly or for the organization to move the product from one place to another. In that case, product remains fixed. Machinery, tools, equipments, manpower, everything moves to the product. This is one example of the fixed position layout. When the manufacturing of a aircraft, the assembly line, if you see, movement of men and machines near to the product. Advantages of fixed position layout. Material movement is reduced, capital investment is minimized, the task is usually done by gang of operators, hence continuity of operation is ensured. Production centers are independent of each other. These all are the advantages of a fixed position layout. What is the limitation of fixed position layout? Highly skilled manpower is required for this case. Movement of machines, equipments to the production center may be time consuming. So these are some limitations of the fixed position layout. Then take the case of combined type of layout. Combined layout is also known as hybrid layout. When we mix the product layout and process layout is called combined type of layout. When it is necessary, not always it is suitable to go for product layout or to go for the process layout. So combining both product and process layout is normally used in many industries. If you take the example of the soap cake production, then the production of the soap cake normally is a product layout. But when we go for manufacturing of the glycerin, mixing of the soap ingredients. In that case, we go for process layout. So it is a combination of both product layout and process layout. This is one example of combined layout. Then we'll discuss about service facility layout. Service facility layout, actually the service layout is different for different organizations. If you go to a hospital, the layout structure is different. If you go to a bank, the layout structure is different. It depends on the type of service we are providing to the customers. In a hospital, if you see, the layout is built in such a way that the patients and the movement of the doctors, the patients, the availability of bed, everything should be in such a manner, planned in such a manner that everything will be, all the process will flow very comfortable way. Like that, if you go to a bank, how the customers will get good service, the layout structure is built in that way. So normally, that depends on the type of service we are providing to the customers. This is one example of the layout of a hospital. Then we'll go for cellular manufacturing. In case of cellular manufacturing, it's one type of, you can say, process layout. But in cellular manufacturing, what happens? In a process layout, similar type of machines are grouped into one department. But here, different type of machines are grouped into one cell. So what happens here? In a small unit, it's good to develop the different parts or modules of a product. So normally the cellular layout is U-shaped, I-shaped, L-shaped so that the movement of the workers will be minimum and it will be the productivity or the efficiency of the sale can be increased. This is the example of a cellular layout. Different type of machines are arranged into a cell. So multiple cells are, if it is available in the organization, then multiple parts of maybe a same product can be developed at the same time. At a particular time, multiple parts of a product can be developed by using of different cells. That is the benefit of a cellular manufacturing. This is the example like case study of a McDonald of the layout structure. If you see, this is the layout of McDonald, how McDonald giving the service to the customers. Okay. Then the concept of facility layout. Types of facility layout we have already discussed, like process layout, product layout, fixed position layout, cellular layout and hybrid layout. Concept of facility layout, these things we have already discussed. What is flow pattern? If you know what is flow, flow of the materials, flow of the tools, flow of the product, what we are going to manufacturing throughout the industry or the organization is called flow pattern. Flow pattern means the system to be adopted for the movement of raw materials from the beginning till the end of the manufacturing. When we start the manufacturing, we take different types of raw materials. Then it goes to different machines. We go for processing. So what is the flow pattern? How that material goes through different machines is called the flow pattern. The overall objective of the flow pattern is to plan for the economical benefit of the raw materials throughout the plant. So it's a actually we have to plan how material will flow from one machine to another till the end of the production. So overall objective is to minimize the cost, minimize the waste so that we can increase the efficiency of the production system. The flow pattern affects the following: material handling cost, amount of work in progress, capital and space tied up by work in process, length of total production. Let us discuss about line balancing. Line balancing is the process of assigning tasks to the workstations in such a way that the workstations have approximately equal time requirements. Means we have to assign each workstation the equal number of time or equal number of jobs. Means, see, if this is 4 workstations, this first person is assigned with some work, and to complete one more work, this person is taking 5 minutes. But this person is taking 25 minutes to process this work, one part. So, when one part is coming from this workstation to this workstation, this in the first workstation, this is completed in 5 minutes. But in the second workstation, the person is taking 25 minutes. So, here the third person will be waiting for the second person to get the job or the product. So, the waiting time here between second workstation and third workstation is more, because this person is able to complete within 15 minutes. And here if you see in the first workstation, this person is overloaded, overproduction. Here the products are overloaded because this person is working very fast. In 5 minutes, one job is completed. But on that way, or with respect to this workstation 1, workstation 2 is not able to complete in the same speed. So, the things are here, if you say this is a overproduction which caused the other workers to wait. And here also we can say that is the wastage of materials can happen. So this is the reason that we have to assign same time to each workstation to complete the work. This is called line balancing. When we go for giving equal time to each worker, then we can say the efficiency of the workers will increase in the respect. So why we go for using line balancing method? We go for using line balancing because to equalize the work load among the operators. We try to divide equal workload among the workers or the operators who are working in different workstations. Mainly, this line balancing is very important in case of assembly line. Because in case of assembly line, one workstation is dependent on the other workstation.